Hello everyone, happy Wednesday. Today we're doing like the third out of the fourth lot on this street. I always forget the name of this. I feel like I should have know by now. But we're renovating movers and shakers. I originally was going to stick with the shell. As you see here, I'm getting rid of the interior, thinking I'm gonna stick to that plan. But I eventually, as you see me trying to work on the exterior and, make it to my liking, I was really struggling with it. I wasn't sure what the color scheme should be because, as you see here on the left, for example, it's red, and I mean both are red, but they have one's red accents, one's black accents, so I try to make it, keep that in mind. And I also try to keep in mind the style of the original build, given that it's influenced on or inspired by New Orleans and that. So I figured it might as well try to be as close to this build, not really New Orleans builds, but this build in particular. Really wanted to keep the look. And I don't know, I feel like considering the other two lots I did, which was the Jazz Lounge and the museum, I don't know if this necessarily fits in with the aesthetic. Like, I know it's how the original build was, but the other lots are not. So yeah, that was obviously something I was obviously I didn't consider, because now I'm thinking about it. Another thing I didn't consider, speaking of, I totally forgot that this build originally had the bar. Given the name Movers and Shakers, I assume the Shakers was like the, shakes, the protein drinks or smoothies, whatever. I totally forgot about that, so there is no bar. Which I'm fine by, because I am doing this build using strictly the base game catalog. I didn't feel like any of the bar items really fit the look of a juice bar. I mean, if you guys do download this and are not concerned with the obvious pack limitations, I would probably add the high school years pack, that smoothie or juice bar. Like, that looks more like a juice bar, especially with the fruit on the shelf. Those items also from Love Struck, the weight rack, that would be another good one to add. I'm thinking about it. I believe the only gym equipment we have you can add that isn't from the base game is the yoga mats, I believe. Because all I did was put down some mats, and I call that, a day. Just pretend it's a yoga mat. I know it's not usable, but we don't have any base game items. But obviously, if you download it and you do have the spa day, I believe, obviously you can use or place down a yoga mat. I also realized at the last minute, I'm not sure if you can, I mean, don't see why not, but I'm not sure if you can go, if you guys play and use the gym, can you take child sims? I'm not sure, because I did do a daycare on the second floor. I don't know if that is going to be usable, or if it was like, either way, it took up space, so it served a purpose. But yeah, I never did. I also wonder, like, how often do you guys go to gyms, though? Like, when playing Sims? Because I've seen some people play Sims. I know people who play Sims, and they don't really do gyms. I feel like it's a little, I don't feel like many people play it. But considering, now I'm thinking about it, I think this is the first gym lot I've ever built. Well, I mean, I did build it, even though I used a shell. I still put stuff together. But yeah, I think this is the first gym I've ever built. Yeah. But I'm kind of curious, because I don't think many people play with the gym build. So I figured, we'll just do this just for the sake of me wanting to challenge myself. I honestly thought, I mean, not that I'm necessarily in love with the interior. I'm much more happier with the exterior than the interior of this build. But it's so far, I mean, knock on wood, because I still have the library to build. This is honestly going along pretty well. I feel like I was expecting a little bit more challenges. I know that's always like jinxing myself as I say that, but I really like the museum, the jazz lounge, and now this gym, all having been done with base game. I'm actually really happy with the exterior. It doesn't feel like an EA base game kind of build, but yeah, I'm very happy with the look of it. It'll probably be more challenging, like if I do one of those build challenges, obviously, with a certain look or walls or restrictions, stuff of that sort. I mean, that definitely would be a challenge, but I'm not too mad at it. I feel like I need to do something that's a little bit harder, just to, I don't know. I have to, not that I have to suffer, but I feel that I'm getting too. You can't be too. It's too safe right now to say. But yeah, I'm really happy to look. I think I feel like, whether I'm aware of or not, obviously when we do anything, there is going to be our our own artistic flair and choice, and our style comes across, and I feel it's very obvious. I think I'm realizing what it is, if that makes sense. I'm not sure if you guys are aware, but if you guys seen other videos, you probably see my kind of style when it comes to things. But yeah, it's very fun. Also, these bars, I want to say, I really like the detailing of it. I mean, I really like the look of it, but when you put the walls down, just floating fence, I was like, it's not worth. I liked it, but not that much, to have these floating fences around. So I ended up opting out of that. Like you see there, it's not really gonna work. So, I mean, nice detailing. I think that's another thing when if you watch other creators do base game builds, they use a lot of debug items and like tool mod. Speaking of tool mod, I don't think I downloaded it back. Probably, I honestly haven't used it or felt the need to. I mean, here I was thinking about it, for sure, thought about it, but I didn't do it. Yeah. So that, yeah, I totally forgot about that. What else? Oh, and here I'm doing a little, is it a front porch? I mean, it's not really a little gated thing of sorts. I definitely wanted, just like I said, I feel like when we do build with base game, we have to not overcompensate, but we add a little more, decorations and stuff. Little minor details just to add a little something to it. And that's what I'm doing here with these fences, which I like the look of it. I haven't really done this. Honestly, I don't think I've ever done this, but I really like the look at it. Maybe I'll definitely do that in the future. I feel like maybe if we're doing some New York inspired builds, that would be kind of nice. With the down houses or other builds like that would work. I feel like that'd be cool to do. But for the sake of this, I thought I did fences on the way. Maybe I'll show that eventually. Yeah, I also went with this color scheme of the, the gym. I mean, the red and yellow one, if I'm being honest, that would have been a good swatch to do, and probably easier as well. Not easier, but would have suited the look as well of what I'm going for. But I feel that I don't know why, I just like the way the blue or teal, bluish green, like how it contrasted or popped with the orangey brown, brick. So that's really the only reason why I stuck with it. Just to do something a little different, switch it up a bit. Maybe because of that purple tree, I feel like, add some more fun, add some more color. So I went with that one. I think in the original lot, it's that shade right there, that orangey yellow shade. I'm pretty sure. But yeah, I just figured, I don't know, I just really like the look. That's really that's really the only reason why my choices are just I liked how they looked. I really didn't have a hard time doing swatches at first. I mean, it kept it very neutral. I feel like that's easy thing to do when you are building, is, you know, keep it minimal. Adding, the only thing that was challenging was adding decoration, because in the base game, there's barely any decorative pieces for the gym. I believe there's a total of four like posters that have any correlation or relation to exercising. So obviously that would be repetitive, but I mean, I put them on the first and second floor, and luckily with how many windows are on this build, that obviously takes a lot of wall space away, so that was helpful. Also, I opted out of curtains because I felt like curtains, I just didn't like the look of it. So, I mean, like I said, there's really not much reasoning to what I'm doing. But yeah, I figured, you know, it's a gym. We don't really focus too much on it. I did I did a security alarm for here. I don't know if gyms get broken into in The Sims. I've only ever had my house broken into in The Sims, luckily, in the game. But yeah, I don't know. So I just added that again just to add some detailing. And that's a realistic thing to have. I was going to add a fire extinguisher, but that is not a base game item. But the fire, like the irrigation system, I believe is what it is considered base game. And yeah. So, also I was going to do stairs on the inside of the build. I was going to do like get rid of the floor, a section of the floor, and do like a double ceiling kind of moment. But with the floor plan I ended up with, it didn't really fit. I couldn't fit in stairs, so stairs are on the outside of the lot, which I'm not too mad about either. Again, I didn't want to mess with the floor plan, because the floor plan was honestly the hardest thing for me to do with this build. I mean, obviously with the curved walls, I knew I was gonna hit that point where I was, you know, struggling, and yeah, so I definitely struggled with that. But yeah, all in all, I'm happy with the look. It came along easily to some degree. I mean, easy for what well, yeah, I guess I'll say it's easy. I did take a break. I think I took about a week. No, I think it was 8 days in between. Wait, I'm trying to do the math. 8, yes. 8 days between this and then the next clip. And then the next clip you'll see, because I had the building on the left already done. Yeah, so it took me, I mean, not that it took me a while because I was thinking about it, but just, you know, timing and stuff. Oh yeah, here I am doing the mirrors. I mean, it's big. There's some big ass walls, so, you know, it's okay if I do that. But it just felt too much. I don't know, it kind of gave me, like, especially with the floor plan here, it felt too much like a dance studio. And here I am trying to work out the equipment and placement, and, you know, so yeah, that is when I was getting ahead of myself here, because like I'm already working on a floor plan and the other building's not even there. So I don't know what I was doing there. I'm like already, you know, settling, and there's still more to build. But I believe it'll come in soon, the build. And then we'll see the floor plan I settle. Actually, now thinking about it, I was going to do that back-to-back chest press look. I did like that, but I don't think I didn't do that. No, I really like that, but I did not do that. Yeah. I wonder if I can do that now with the setup I have. I don't think I can. No, I can't. That's unfortunate, but it's fine. Yeah. And here, another thing I did was the reception. You know, another thing to but take up some space. Which is very helpful, you know, find things to take up space, because 3 items for a gym, 3 equipment, I mean, it very easily can get repetitive. This color scheme, the daycare, I'm not sure if I'm happy about, because it's like, it feels so much like a dentist or a doctor's office. Maybe just the shade of blue. But yeah, it throw me off. But again, it's for kids, very, you need to have that color, that inviting factor. So I don't know if I'll change that or not. I probably will. Maybe I'll change it to that yellow and red wallpaper that I was going to go with earlier. I may do that because I feel like that is some fun color, but still kind of, it's not too stark from the brown wallpapers on the outside. Yeah, I may do that because as of right now, I am filming this video late. I'm trying to get my video up on Wednesday. I am recording this voiceover on Wednesday. So yeah. Also, you see that those bars I put outside is because some gyms have, the equipment outside. Try to do something. Again, also keep in mind the kids, I'm pretty sure kids can join in the gym. I don't know. I'll have to check. Honestly, this may be the first time I've ever played on a gym lot before. I don't think I've ever played on a gym lot. Now think about it. Yeah, I've never done it. But yeah, here I am adding more, decorative, just, anything I can do to make it feel like a child, inviting for a child. And then here I am trying to find some nice seating. I didn't put the seating, I just put a trash can there. What else did I do? I did some seating that I did on the first floor, which is some simple gray chairs. Planned really not that much because I don't even know if this is usable, but yeah, I'm definitely going to change that wallpaper. I'm thinking too much of a dentist or something, or maybe even some I don't think it works. I mean, I really try to get that because of the blue from that blue and purple that I use for the gym, try to bring in maybe that's their color for it, but yeah, I'm not really feeling it anymore. And then here I did the floor pads, just make it feel like, when there's a weight section in the gym by the mirrors, there's usually the floor here, but I just decided, because given we don't have that, I just put the punching bags there, maybe we can do some wrestling or something of the sort. Okay, and here I was also trying to make it a little fun, maybe add some have the walls and, make it somewhat interesting, also to take up space, but the doorway couldn't, it was interfering with the front door, so I had to get rid of that. And then this big wall that I put here, is so close to the reception area, it's too tight anyway, so it didn't work. If it did work, these door frames, I would have just got rid of the other wall, but yeah, I like here with this, I was gonna say scoundrel, spandrels, what they're called. I try to make to keep the little separation, but when you go on look at it from the floor view, it's barely it's not really much of a detail effect, you right there, you barely see it, so yeah, it's fine. We'll just leave it as it was rather. And yeah, much like that. Not gonna be looking at the ceiling much anyway, so yeah. Really like the look. Again, I think keeping it simple was the best way to go with it. And the brick accent wall here that I did on the outside of the bath and shower rooms, I definitely like that. I think that did help add something to it as well. And yeah, one thing, luckily I checked the requirements for the gym, because I don't know how I forgot that we needed showers and baths. So that's what I was doing here. Adding it last minute. Not last minute, but towards the end. I got there. But yeah, I just gotta get all the accessories down for the gym. And yeah, again, it was very simple, but I think, yeah, I would say I don't know why I always have to say, I don't think there's been anything I upload that I don't necessarily like. And even if I'm not a fan of something, I'll still upload it, because you never know when someone else may like it. So, there's always something for someone to enjoy. So I definitely, and also helps me fight my need to be perfect. So, you know, that idea is obviously not real, but yeah, definitely works. I'm really glad it changes the blue. I don't know why I thought that blue was gonna work. I believe I went for the brick and the brown wallpaper we did everywhere else. So very much happy with that. And because, yeah, the blue was, I don't know what I was thinking there. I also changed the doors to black instead of the blue. Another good choice. Very like happy I did that. And yeah. Alright. I think that's pretty much where we're at the end, or going towards the end of the video. I don't know how much longer. Let me check while we are recording. I know I still have a minute, but yeah, not much has changed besides the bathroom. I mean, that was really the only things honestly, the bathroom was the strongest, not the strongest, but the hardest thing I had to do in this build. It was definitely where most of the challenges occurred, but I mean, that was tough. But overall, I hope you guys enjoyed this speed build. Almost forgot the word for a second. This speed build. And yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the rest of your week. And I'll see you guys Friday for the last build on this row, which is going to be the library. Hopefully that one I would actually do the shell, or keep the shell rather, and you know, build from there. But not hopefully, I'm gonna do it. If it comes out, it's gonna come out. Yeah, we'll see how it comes out. And yeah, we'll see Friday, like I said. And yeah, alright. Take care, enjoy your week. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.